Aloha guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, I'm finally back with an updates video, but this isn't my usual monthly updates video. I actually want to talk about all the changes that have happened for 2024. So I did a video a while back and we talked about the changes, but since then the changes have actually happened. So I thought I would do a video of kind of the tips and tricks regarding these changes or rules or things you just need to know, because they aren't always cut and dry, right? When it comes to Disney, we have to read that fine print. So I'm going to re-talk about these things and how they relate to you, right, as you plan your vacation. So yeah, I'm going to talk about Park Pass Reservations. The meal plan, yeah, that's live right now. Let's talk about it. Park hopping. Park hopping is happening. Virtual queues. All these things kind of affect virtual queues, and we're going to touch base a little bit on Genie Plus. So like I said, it's all the things that kind of started or changed January 9th, actually, 2024. But now that we've had a month to kind of try things out, we're just going to get to the bottom line of these changes. Are you guys ready? Yeah, okay, so first things up are Park Pass Reservations starting January 9th. No Park Pass reservations needed for a certain group of people. Yeah, there are other people that still have to make Park Pass reservations, but that's why we're going to talk about it, because unfortunately, as this has been happening, guest services have been flooded with people who thought they didn't have to make Park Pass reservations, but yes, indeed, they did. So we need to get to the bottom line on who really needs to make them, who doesn't need to make them, and how that's going to affect the rest of your trip. Yeah, sound good? All right, let's talk about it. Park Pass reservations. So first things first, the people who do not, and I repeat, do not have to make Park Pass reservations. That is basically making a reservation that you're going to Magic Kingdom today, or you're going to Epcot today, or whatever the situation is. You 100% do not need to do this if you booked a Walt Disney vacation package that includes park tickets. So I'm talking a Disney resort. Park tickets may or may not include the meal plan, but if you booked a package, whether it was online with Disney or with an authorized Disney vacation planner, yeah, with the travel agent, you do not have to make those Park Pass reservations. Or if for some reason you're staying off property, but you booked your park tickets via the Disney World website, or again, through an authorized Disney vacation planner, you also do not have to make Park Pass reservations. Essentially, as long as your package or your tickets are date-based, meaning when you went into the website, you said, I'm going September 1 through 6, you are considered date-based. You do not need Park Pass reservations, because Disney knows you're coming. They might not know what park you plan on going to, but they know you're coming. Now, this is where it gets tricky. A lot of people, for whatever reason, decide to buy park tickets via a third party. I don't know what this third party is, whether it's through another kind of booking site or the so-called discounted ticket sites. A lot of those tickets are not date-based. So people have been getting into the trouble. They've been going to the park and nope, no Park Pass reservations. Now, it's been fine up until now, but if you do that during peak season, during a peak day, yeah, you could kind of get screwed out of your vacation a little bit. So I 100% suggest you A, know what you're doing, and B, get your tickets through an authorized dealer, right? Through Disney themselves or any authorized Disney vacation planner, legit travel agent will get you the correct tickets. If anyone books through me, they're automatically getting those correct tickets. They will be date-based. You will not need to make a Park Pass reservations. I can't guarantee these third-party random online sites that you go to, it's gonna be the same. So watch out for that. Also, APs, annual pass holders, 100% have to make Park Pass reservations. I hate this. I've talked about it before. It doesn't matter if you have a reservation to stay at a Disney hotel. None of that matters right now. And yes, I have already written a little letter and complained about it a few times to Disney because I think it's ridiculous. If I have a reservation to stay at Disney, I am now date-based. You know when I'm coming. Allow me to not have to make Park Pass reservations. But I digress from now, okay? So if you're an annual pass holder, you 100% need to make Park Pass reservations, with the exception of, which I also find stupid, what Disney is calling the good to go days. These are random days throughout the upcoming week that they don't need you to make a reservation for. So anyone who is planning months in advance, we don't know when these so-called good to go days are. Those are mostly for locals who are like, oh, look, I can go to Magic Kingdom tonight, no worries. For us who have to plan ahead, the good to go days are not working for us. Also, weekdays after 2 p.m., APs don't have to make Park Pass reservations. Again, that's great for locals who went to work and now they're like, yeah, let's go to the parks. For those of us who are going, for weeks on end and we have to travel there, we have to make those Park Pass reservations. Now, who else needs to make them? Military. If you got military tickets, those are not date-based. If you are for some reason going with a large group, a cheerleading group, a sports group, a music group, whatever sort of convention group situation you're going in, and you got so-called group tickets or discounted tickets, I forget how they do it or what the word is, you're not date-based, you have to make Park Pass reservations. Now, if you are someone who got so-called free tickets or comped tickets, these are people who maybe went to like a high school fundraiser and someone was raffling off a Disney World park ticket. Those are not date-based either. So you also need to make a Park Pass reservation. So with all that said and done, the only people who don't have to make Park Pass reservations are those of you who book a vacation package with tickets, or you purchase your park tickets in a legit form, meaning off Disney or with a travel agent. Everyone else, yeah, make those Park Pass reservations. I did notice that in the app, it'll actually tell me I have to make a Park Pass reservation per my ticket type because I tried to make a Park Pass reservation just to see, and I turned out it was a good old day and I didn't have to make it. So maybe, ticket depending, it will tell you on the app, but I would err on the side of caution and make those Park Pass reservations. Hopefully that kind of solves the problem with that. Like I said, Disney's had a whole flood of people that thought it was no one needs to make them and, thus long lines. So let's move on, right? The meal plan. I got tons and tons and tons of questions about the meal plan. Now, I already have a video out there describing the meal plan, talking about the prices and whether or not it could be worth it to you. But what people really want to know is, how does it work, or what snack credits are better than other snack credits, and all these kind of questions, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about what the dining plan actually means and really how it works. But just know it's happening right now. If you are going to Disney World, you can 100% add the dining plan to your vacation package. And this only affects people who have previously added the dining plan to your package. You can't just show up and add it right then and there. It's part of your package, right? So you either know you have it or you don't. So basically, depending on your package, meaning which type of meal plan you purchased and how long your stay is, you are gonna get a certain number of table service credits, that sit down waitress waiter situation, quick service credits, that's walk up, order, find your own seat and kind of eat, snack credits, popcorn, pretzels, those kind of things. And each person in your party, ages 3 and up, will get a resort mug. This is not the current mug. Sorry, my husband took the current mug. This is an older mug, but this is what the resort mug looks like. It's unlimited refills at a resort. So that is the meal plan. You are prepaying for credits to use later at Disney World. So you're prepaying for your food, basically kind of making your whole thing like an all-inclusive vacation, right? Once you've added your dining hotel, once you've added your park tickets, once you've added the meal plan, it's kind of gets you in that all-inclusive situation where the only money you really need to worry about spending are for things like mouse ears. Yep, souvenirs. But let's get into it, right? Because this is the whole point of the video. First, the updated rules. The meal plan pre-COVID is not the same as the meal plan right now. So if you have used the meal plan previously, it's not 100% the same thing. So this video is very much important to you. So for example, there are no substitutions, changes, or swapping this credit for that credit. What do I mean? Previously, you could take, I do believe it was a quick service credit, and transfer it into 3 snacks. So at the end of your vacation, if someone forgot to eat a meal, you could go to your resort and buy like 3 different types of goofy candy and swap that out for 1 quick service, or instead of a quick service, you could get 3 desserts or whatever you want. That is no longer happening. Disney is not allowing you to do any substitution changes, credit for credit, none of that business. They are also keeping track of the difference between adult credits and child credits. So if your kid is ages 3 through 9, they are a child's credit, which means when you go to the quick service, there is a difference between an adult meal and a child's, I don't know if they call them a check meal or a kid's meal. Your child needs to order from the kid's meal. If your child orders from the adult meal, they're gonna take an adult credit. Now that is up to you how you're gonna work it within your family. You can always have your child eat from the adult meal and then use the child credits for breakfast for whoever you want later on in the week. Again, it's up to you, but note that they are keeping track of those things. So yes, like I said, there is no swapping, substitution, changes in any way, shape, or form. Now, you have the meal plan. How do you keep track of your credits, right? So if you got 5 table service credits and 5 quick service credits and 5 snack credits per person, so let's say you're a family of 4, that's 20, 20, 20. How do you know how many you've used, how many you have left? I mean, come on, let's make this easy, right? Well, there's 2 really simple ways to track your credits. First, and easiest is gonna be on the app. When you go to the My Disney Experience app, sometimes on the home screen, it will show your resort. You click on the section that says My Resort, you go to the bottom and it's gonna talk about your dining credits. Or when you go on the app, I'm always talking about the 3 dash lines in the corner. Click the 3 dash lines, go to My Resort or Resort Hotel. They keep changing what it says. Either way, Resort. Click on it, scroll, it's gonna talk about your credits. It's gonna talk about how many credits total you had. So as a family, 20. They're gonna talk about how many credits you've used, okay, maybe 10, and they'll talk about how much you have left. That way, you make sure you use all your credits, because we're in a use it or lose it situation. If you don't use it, you don't get to transfer it to your next package years down the road. It's that trip only. So you do wanna use it or lose it. The other easy way to track how many credits you have and how many you have used is to save your dining receipts. So when you go and get a physical, long receipt, at the very bottom, it should tell you what your credits are. Sorry, I don't have examples because it won't show me my credits because I'm not currently on a vacation. And that's the other thing. If you've already booked a package and you're like, oh, I just want to see how many credits I have, you can't. You have to wait till you check in. Otherwise, I would show you guys. I can't show you because, well, I'm not checked in yet. So anyway, that is how you're gonna keep track, or so you know how many credits you have. And I love this because it didn't really have this before. I remember previously I would ask my server, oh, can you tell me how many kid credits I have left? I lost track and they would have to print me out the receipt. Very, very convenient to have on your phone. All right, the next question, of course, I always get, well, Nina, what is included in the so-called meal plan? And I already have a video on that, of the ins and outs of the meal plan, but we're gonna talk about it for just a second, right? So the quick service, if you have a quick service credit, that means 1 entree or 1 meal, burger, fries, giant salad, whatever the situation is, 1 entree. Usually the burgers, the chicken tenders will come with a side. That's considered an entree or a meal. And then you also get a beverage, whether it's non-alcoholic or alcoholic. That is your decision, age depending, but basically you get food and a beverage. If you have a table service credit, that is the sit-down restaurant with a waitress, waiter situation, you're gonna get that meal, that entree. You're gonna get that one beverage, again, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, and as long as it's not breakfast, if we're talking brunch, lunch, or dinner, you also get a dessert. Or people ask me this all the time, if you're going to a restaurant that's buffet, yep, buffet is included. If you go to a restaurant that's family style, meaning they put all the food on the table, let's see, Woody's Backyard Barbecue, whatever the heck that restaurant's called, that's considered family style. Character meals are included. So you would get that buffet or family style plus your beverage. That is a table service credit. And no, Disney is not only giving you a selection of 3 items to pick. It's whatever's on the menu, guys. Obviously, things like appetizers are not included because I didn't say appetizers are included. I said entree or meal. Appetizers do not fall in line with that. So hopefully that makes sense. And then a snack. Snack is a single serving item. Now, I have been researching what items are considered snacks, and the most expensive item I have found is in the $9 range. So I'm sure there's other ones, like if you go to the Epcot Food Festival, those items are usually a little bit more money, but kind of in that range, right? But it's a single serving. So ice cream, popcorn, Mickey pretzel, a piece of fruit, a single beverage, a cup of coffee, and yeah, even a cup of soup can be considered a snack. And then with that, I get a whole bunch of questions like which restaurants are included, which items are included, how do I know if I'm doing a snack, or, you know, all those questions, right? I know you guys have them. Disney actually made it really, really easy. On the app, you can actually go under the search feature. If you type in Disney Dining Plan, there's actually a little thing that will tell you which locations are included. It's easy. You don't have to go and find some sort of Google document. It's on the app. Disney made it really, really easy. So search Disney Dining Plan. There's going to be a little highlighted area that says see, locations, and you can search within that. You can search just snack, just counter service, just table service, just character meals, whatever you want to search, and it's going to show all the restaurants that are included in the meal plan. Now, granted, there's like 200 locations included, so you do have to narrow it down so that you know which character meals, which table service, which whatever you're thinking about, but it's on the app. So you don't have to go searching for all these other situations. Super easy. It's on the app. But here's something you need to know. Some locations are 2 credits. That means they take 2 of your table service credits, so do watch out for that. Some locations will include tip, like Cinderellas Royal Table and Hoop-Dee-Doo Review. Within those credits will include gratuity or tip for your server or waiter. That is not normal. Usually you do have to tip, so make sure you keep an eye on which ones you do and which ones you don't. And for situations like, for example, Cinderella's Royal Table, again, that is a location you have to pay up front because it's a set price. When you go to make your dining reservations for Cinderella's Royal Table, which is 60 days in advance, it'll make you pay for everyone in your party right then and there. Now, if you're on the meal plan, it'll actually ask you if you're using credits. If you're using credits, then you click credits and then you won't have to pay. If you don't have the meal plan, then yes, you're gonna have to pay $80 per person or whatever the price is. It keeps changing. But Cinderella's Royal Table is one of those where you do have the option to choose pay now or use dining credits. And no, you can't use dining credits if you don't have the credits. You have to make sure you have the meal plan for that situation. And then for snacks, snacks are pretty easy. How you know what's included when you're physically there in the park, when you're going to the snack carts and all the things, or the Epcot food festivals, again, there's 4 a year, there's going to be a little purple Disney Dining Plan icon or symbol next to all the menu items. So that way you easily know which is included and what is not, most of which are included. And yeah, it's pretty easy to decide the difference. So again, on those snack credits, you could get a popcorn bucket filled with popcorn. That's not going to be included because that's not a single serving. But you could get a single serving of just popcorn in the cardboard container. That would be a snack. So it's single serving situations. And of course, the next thought is, well, Nina, is the dining plan worth it? Now, I have a whole video where we talk about the ins and outs and the costs of the meal plan, but really, in all honesty, only you can decide if it's worth it to you. But I think what you're really trying to ask me is, how do you get more bang for your buck, right? How do you make the most out of the meal plan? So if we are going to compare costs a little bit, this is what we're going to do. So most people are concerned about the snack credits. For whatever reason, I've got so many people asking me to do videos on which snack credit is better than others, meaning what item should I spend my snack credit on to get the more bang for my buck. I think that's what you guys really are asking me. So obviously the higher priced snacks are going to make you feel like you got, that the dining plan was worth it to you. So do not waste your snack credits on the $2.50 giant pretzel. Yes, my son loves those. We buy them every trip, but $2.50. Don't waste a snack credit on that. You can get a bag of chips, like a side of bag of chips for like $4. Don't waste your snack credit on that. You can get a side of fruit or a whole container of fruit. What is that? Usually like $2.50, $3.50 a container. Don't waste your snack credit on that if this matters to you. The more bang for your buck per the snack credits are the more expensive items. Mickey pretzels, I think last time I was there, were about $8.50, $9 for a Mickey pretzel. You can see how that's a better value than a $2 pickle. Also, I'm gonna give you a little tip. Are you ready for this? The best way to get more bang for your buck when it comes to snacks isn't usually at the snack carts. The snack carts aren't always the best way to use your snack credits. The best way, or the more expensive items to use your snack credits on, are actually at dining locations. Did you know that you can go into your app, type in a quick service location that you may or may not be interested in, the one at your resort, the one at the park, whatever. You can go to do a mobile order. You can do this from home. You don't have to make a legit mobile order. Don't give them your credit card, but pretend. Go in there, click mobile order. Sure, I'll pick up in an hour. Click the button. Then you can start looking at the menu items. It'll actually tell you if the item qualifies as a snack. Yes, so for those of you who want to do your homework and you're trying to get the most bang for your buck, this is what you're going to want to do, because I found the higher priced items being gourmet shakes over at the Connections Eatery at Epcot. So many different shakes, and they were like $7, $8. That's gonna be more bang for your buck, again, than the pickle. You go to the bakery at your local resort or the ones in Magic Kingdom, those Mickey-shaped desserts, cookies and Rice Krispie treats and candied apples were like $5 to $6, and they qualified as a snack. You want to get the Chewbacca oatmeal cookie thing at Hollywood Studios? That qualifies as a snack, as does a good portion of the food items at the Epcot Food Festival. Now, I would talk all about that for you guys, but the festivals change so frequently that it's not really going to be worth it for me to tell you that this item counts and this item counts, because by the time you go, they got all new items, right? But that is an excellent way to use those snack credits. Go into the bakery, get 2 scoops of ice cream, whatever you want. Go to Epcot, do the food festival. That's going to be way more bang for your buck than wasting it on like a bottle of water, a bag of chips, a pickle, a piece of fruit. All of those count as snacks, but you want to get the gourmet desserts. You want to get those yummy milkshakes. You want to get those Epcot food and wine, flower and garden, whatever food festival foods. That is the more bang for your buck when it comes to the snack credit. So hopefully that kind of answers your questions. My personal favorite things to get are Mickey pretzels, and I love the candied nuts. You can also get a Dole Whip. And for the other credits, yes, you want to get reservations for the more expensive meals. Character meals are a set price. You know how much you're paying, so it doesn't matter what you eat. You have to pay this amount of money. Those are excellent ways to get value on the dining plan, is to actually book those character meals. Also, when you go to order your food, if this matters to you, obviously pick the most expensive menu item. Might not be what you really want to eat, but if that's what you're worried about, is counting your pennies and trying to make it worth it, those are other things you can do. But remember, the dining plan, the main reason or perk per the meal plan is convenience. It's the ability to say, Yes. Mom, can I have an ice cream? Yes. Mom, can I have some popcorn? Yes. I've already paid for it. It's on your Magic Band. It's part of the meal plan. Yes. This is the main point of the Disney dining plan. You may come out ahead and save 20 bucks, 50 bucks, and that's awesome. But really, for me as a mom, family-wise, the most convenient thing about the dining plan is not whether or not I saved a couple of bucks. It was the ability to say yes, because when I'm on vacation, I don't have to nickel and dime how much I'm spending, how much my kids are spending. I have the ability to say yes, go get it. How many credits do you have left? You want that snack? Yes. That is the main perk of the dining plan. But again, I get people are counting their pennies. They want to know if it's worth it to them. You have to do the homework, unfortunately, because what I eat and what you eat are two different things. But I can tell you this, and again, I talked about it in that other video. If you enjoy an adult beverage at every meal, the meal plan is going to be worth it to you. The cocktails, the side of beer, whatever, those are 12 to 15 bucks. That is way more costly than a $4 to $5 Coke. You are going to get more bang for your buck if you enjoy an adult beverage. So 100%, if you are a drinker, you may find the meal plan to be 100% beneficial for you. If you are a family and perhaps also drink, but you have kiddos ages 3 through 9, whether you have picky eaters or not, that doesn't matter. The meal plan is so unbelievably cheap for those little kiddos that it makes going to things like expensive character meals 100% worth it, because you didn't even pay as much money as the cost of one character meal. That's how cheap it is for those little kiddos. Because I can't tell you how many parents will say, the dining plan's not worth it to me. My kids are picky eaters. I'll probably just pack them a sandwich. Fine. But if you plan on going to a character meal so they can meet Mick and Min and who else, you basically already paid for that. Like, you paid less for the meal plan than you did to pay for that character meal. And it becomes a huge deal. So 100%, you're a family with young kiddos, you're a family or not family, doesn't matter, who enjoys adult beverages, the 100% the meal plan could be for you. For other people, my kids are older, it comes down to a nickel and diming situation. You have to do the math, or you do it because it's convenient. Again, I have a whole nother video once the meal plan keeps going and maybe rules change and whatnot, I can do more videos. But just know the prices on the app are different than the prices in the park because they keep raising the prices. Last time I went to get a Mickey pretzel, they were like $6. Now they're a high of $8 for a Mickey pretzel. So Disney is constantly raising prices. So the prices on the app could be different in person. So yeah. Anyway, I hope I solved up some of that meal plan questions for you. Again, if you have more questions about the ins and outs of the meal plan, check out the other video. But we're going to move on here because it's getting long. Park hopping. Park hopping is 100% back. But what does that mean? First of all, park hopping means you can go to more than one park in a single park day. It means you can go to all 4 parks if you want to. It means you can hop from one and go to the other and come back to the first for fireworks or whatever the heck you want. There is going to be no time limitations. You can park hop anytime, anywhere, no set hopping time. This has started now, so this is officially happening. But how does it work, right? I get a lot of people who want to know the ins and outs of this. First, to park hop, you 100% need a park hopping ticket, or you needed to add the park hopper to your passes, which are roughly about $95 or so per person. Not per person per day, per person for your whole amount of tickets. So if you have a 5-day ticket, $95 per person, whether you're going for 5 days, 2 days, 1 day, whatever, it's all the same price. So first you do have to have the hopping capability on your pass. Now, for people who didn't have to make a Park Pass reservation, again, we talked about it. You guys just park hop, go, do whatever you want. There are no rules and regulations for you. For those of us who have to make Park Pass reservations, that's right, annual pass holders, etc., we talked about it, we can park hop as much as we want as well, but we have to first enter the park, we made Park Pass reservations too. So if we made Park Pass reservations to Magic Kingdom, but we really want to go to Epcot, we can't go to Epcot till we first go to Magic Kingdom, because that's where we made our Park Pass reservation. So unfortunately, those of us who have to make the Park Pass reservations, it's slightly a little less convenient to park hop, because we do have to go to that first park first, but essentially no time. We don't have to wait till 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We can just go and do and have a great time. But along with everything else, there's fine print. That's the point of this video. There is limitations to the park hopping. Again, of course there are. So unfortunately, park hopping pre-COVID had the same limitations, which basically means, yeah, you can park hop as much as you want, except when the parks are at capacity, then you can't park hop to that park anymore. So that is like how it always has been. So during peak days, holiday traffic, any sort of situation where the parks may have gotten full, you would not be able to then park hop to that park because it's booked up, right? And yes, just like before, it doesn't matter if you have a dining reservation. It doesn't matter if you have reservations to make a droid or a lightsaber or any other thing. That does not guarantee you the ability to enter that park, to hop to that park. If that park is at capacity, you're not getting in, whether you have a park hopper or dining reservations, etc. So that is the limitations to hopping. Again, hasn't really happened yet. It used to happen pre-COVID, you know, Christmas Day. If you want to spend Christmas Day at Magic Kingdom, you better get there first thing in the morning, because once it's at capacity, it's done. No one else is coming in. So yeah, just kind of know that going into it. So yeah, yay, no park pass reservations, but now we have to deal with capacity levels. Yep. You guys wanted pre-COVID. This is pre-COVID Disney World right here. So how do you hop? How do you physically hop? You went to your one park. How do you get to your next park? Well, of course, you can do all the things. You want to take a bus, you want to take a monorail, you want to take a Skyliner, you want to drive, whatever, any way, means of transportation to get to that park, go ahead and do it, park depending. But I think what you're really asking me is, what time do the buses work? Yeah, because if you're starting at Animal Kingdom, but you want to go to Magic Kingdom, they're like so super duper far away. There is no monorail, Skyliner, boat that connects the two. It's only bus. The buses start at 10 a.m. for hopping. So you can't hop for a couple of hours. If you started at Animal Kingdom at 8 a.m., you can't start hopping till 10 a.m. because that's when the buses will start for park to park. But yeah, that's the situation. You want to hop, do it however way you can. But if you need a bus, just note the bus doesn't start till 10 a.m. in the morning. All right, the next thing I promised to talk about was virtual queues. Now, I already have a video talking about virtual queues, but I want to talk about virtual queues on how they matter today with the Park Pass reservations and the hopping and all the things that are also happening right now. It does affect your virtual queue. Now, what is a virtual queue? Many people misunderstand this. A virtual queue is you virtually being in a line until you have a return time to go into the physical line. It is a line. It is not a skip the line situation. It's just you getting permission. Oh, it's 10 a.m. You now have permission to get into the line. That's what it is. It's not a skip the line. If you want to skip the line, you'll have to do individual lightning lane. Virtual queue is permission to enter the line at a specific time. Currently, right now, during this video, only 2 rides have a virtual queue. That is Tron at Magic Kingdom and Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot. Hopefully you're with me so far. So now, well, how does all of this stuff Nina talked about, how does that affect virtual queues, right? Again, I have a video explaining virtual queues and game plans and the whole thing. If you're looking about which one to do first and why and how, I have that video. So first thing you need to know is there's 2 time slots you can get a virtual queue. First one is at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. you can get your virtual queue wherever you are. Hotel, resort, home, maybe you're on the bus headed to the park. Doesn't matter where you are, you can get your virtual queue at 7 a.m. at any time. The 1 o'clock virtual queue, which is the second option here, you have to physically be in that park. And yes, this matters. So if you do not have to make Park Pass reservations, you have no rules, you have no regulations. At 7 a.m., go for your first virtual queue at whatever park you plan on going to. Doesn't matter. And then at 1 o'clock, when you're ready to get a virtual queue for the 1 o'clock time slot, you just have to be in that actual park. Now, for those of us who have to make Park Pass reservations, yeah, we can't get a virtual queue for the park unless we have Park Pass reservations for it. Meaning I can't try to get a virtual queue for Tron unless I have Park Pass reservations for Magic Kingdom. So again, more limitations on people who have to make Park Pass reservations. It's more of a free-for-all for those of you who don't have to. This is why where you get your tickets, how you get your tickets are very important. For me, I would rather have that freedom. I kind of hate being an AP right now. I hate being an AP and having all these restrictions on the Park Pass reservations. I would almost rather just be booking a regular Disney package. So yes, those of you, all my clients, yeah, lucky for you. You don't have to worry about this. But yes, for APs, people who have to make Park Pass reservations, you can only get the virtual queue for the park you have reservations for. Even though we can hop, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We have to have Park Pass reservations. However, you can 100% ride them both. That's right. You can 100% get a virtual queue for both Tron and Guardians of the Galaxy in the same day. Yeah, you can. So that's what's really, really cool, because the hopping no longer has a time frame. You could, if you're really, really skilled and per capacity levels and availability, you could technically get both virtual queues in a single day. Now, how does this work? So your first virtual queue you get at 7 a.m. You have to hope you get a boarding group and a return time that's before 1 o'clock. So you have to get your virtual queue at 7 a.m. and ride that ride, and then hop to the other park to get your second virtual queue for that ride, if that makes sense. Basically, Disney is saying, yes, you can absolutely get both virtual queues in a single day, but you can't have them at the same time. You can't have both of them in your virtual queue piggy bank. You have to get your first one, ride it, hop to the second park, and get your second virtual queue. So it does come into some planning, some hopping, some availability situation there, but you can absolutely get both if you're lucky, if you're skilled. But just remember, for you to be able to do that, for example, if you start at Magic Kingdom and you get Tron and your virtual queue, your boarding group is like boarding group 10, you're golden, because that means you're riding first thing in the morning. But if your boarding group isn't like until like 70 and you're not riding till 3 p.m., yeah, you can't get that second virtual queue. So you definitely want to get your first virtual queue, get a super early ride time, ride it, and then aim for that second one. So that's the big change here for virtual queues. Basically, again, those of you with a vacation package or got your tickets through a reputable vendor, free for all, do what you want. APs and other people who have to make Park Pass reservations, yeah, we have a little bit of something to deal with, meaning we have to start at that Park Pass reservation park first for the virtual queue. Anyway, all right, last thing on my list is Genie Plus. I talked about it. Disney announced Genie Plus is changing for 2024. So the number one question I'm getting from you guys is, okay, Nina, how did it change? When's it changing? What's going on? What's happening? Nothing. Classic Disney, guys. Classic Disney. Nothing has changed for Genie Plus. So my last updates video is the most recent update per Genie Plus. If Disney's changing it, they have not said a word since months ago. So right now, if you have a vacation very much on the horizon, just know that Genie Plus has not changed. In fact, I plan on doing an update video for you guys because you keep asking about it. So I plan on doing a Genie Plus updated video for Genie Plus right now. And if Disney ever does change it, I'll do another one. But just note for right now, if you want to skip the line, your options are Genie Plus, an individual lightning lane. I will do an updated video, but I already have one up on my channel that I did about 6 months ago. So it's pretty current. But as of right now, no additional changes, with the exception of over the holidays, Genie Plus went up to $39. Genie Plus can also sell out. So if you're really, really worried, get it early and just deal with it. But like I said, I'm gonna do an updated explanation video, but I'll pop up the most recent one in case you're worried and you wanna watch something right now. So yeah, Genie Plus may or may not be changing, who knows? Disney, goodness, but it hasn't changed yet. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it useful. I'm sorry it took a while to get this video done. Sadly, my son is very, very sick. He has a concussion. It's very, very bad. It's been considered an emergency level. He has to go see a special doctor and he needs therapy, and it's very difficult. And because he can't deal with sounds and lights and monitors, it's difficult for me to film. So I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for keeping up with me. I'm gonna try to get these videos out as best I can, but you know, I gotta focus on my kiddo too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. Again, these are the changes per 2024 and how it affects you guys right now. Next thing up, I will try to do an updated Genie Plus so you have something current to watch until Disney does indeed try to change it again. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page. If you want current updates that happen in the moment, that's gonna pop up on my Facebook page. It's Facebook Mermaid Nina Travels. I'm posting, you know, silly things, updates, content, reels, videos, all the things are up on my Facebook page. So make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you found it useful, for that was the point. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications. Like this video, pretty please. If you know anyone who's headed to the parks, share this video with them, because I don't think a lot of people realize that there are some limitations depending on your ticket type. And so your ticket type really does matter with these changes. Again, you don't want to be that person who took your whole family, you spent thousands of dollars, you went to Disney and you found out you needed Park Pass reservations and the park you want to go to is booked. You don't want to do that. So know what you have and make accommodations per that ticket type. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Mahalo for watching, guys. Nina, out.